Hello guys, welcome to Let's Animate, where I'll try and take out daily animation videos if I have the time, or if I feel like it. Haha. But I probably don't know much about animation, I'm just starting out. So I thought I should do YouTube videos actually just to see how I improve with time. Maybe you guys can give me tips and criticize me along the way, or you guys can give me submit ideas and I can try to animate them, and I'll show you guys how to animate them as well. So I thought we could start simple with Flash. Start simple animations, basics like 101. Probably start with a ball, a bouncing ball from one side of the screen to the other. Obviously making it bounce. The stretch effect. So let's get cracking, right? Yeah. So obviously you guys want to open the program, save it or name it. After you do that, if you guys don't know already, you guys can click the onion skins at the bottom, so you guys can have different pages like an outline every time you guys go from one side of the screen to the other. So we'll try at first animating with 60 frames per second. It's better like that, I think, in my opinion. So to start off the animation, we don't want to start it off immediately, so I think we should just give it like between 5 or 10 frames. I'm saying 10 frames. I always do 10 frames. So over here, we should probably make it show somewhat. You don't want to actually show it. Then the next frame, just move it a tiny bit, probably forward and to the top. And just keep doing that very slowly, because remember, this is 60 frames per second. So you can't actually skip that much. You have to be very careful on how you do this. Not careful, mostly like you have to have patience. You can't just like you can't do that. So for those of you that are trying to look for a career in animation, this could be your channel, you know? Alright, that's probably enough for the momentum. Probably skip 2 frames just to give it some effect. You'll see later what I mean by that. And then just like start dropping it. Also remember, we need to show the effect of gravity. So as it starts going down, we need to start skipping more, so to show people that it's actually going faster. And stretch it somewhat, the ball, but stretch it somewhat. See right there, I messed up, so we have to go back and fix that. Seems to be going somewhat too fast. Now you see it doesn't look as sharp as it did a few seconds ago because I extended the keyframes. By doing that, I just just like hold it and pull. Just making the keyframe one keyframe longer. It gives it a little more time to breathe. It's not as tight, You don't want to make it too much though. Yeah, that's probably better. Ha, just kidding. Alright, let's keep going. So as it's going down, the faster it goes, the stretchier it gets. The more you stretch it, the more you pull it. Because the more you, as you pull it, and as faster as you go, it's going to give the viewer the effect you want it to be. You want to give it the effect of falling. I don't know if I'm making myself clear, but I'm not. I'm probably not. And as you guys can probably tell, I'm not really the best, but I'm giving it my best shot right now. Also, because of timing, I can't make these videos too long. It starts out slow, then as it starts going down, it starts going faster. And that is exactly what you want. Now, when it reaches the bottom, I'll just make a line here, line of reference for the ground. Probably in front. So as it touches the ground, you want to squish it, give it the effect like it was some sort of rubber ball or like butter. So sort of like this. Well, it's just touching the ground, so don't make it so dramatic. Probably skip a frame. Just like stretch it like butter on a bread, on toast. The least thing you should be worrying about right now is how it looks. It's whatever you animate is never gonna look as what you want it to look like. You know, it's just it's like magic. Then when it reaches that bottom part, as you can tell, it's like squished. You're gonna start moving a different direction. Same way you fell, but start somewhat moving it towards that direction. Because remember, balls bounce, so it's gonna start going up. Now look how I'm skipping frames. Sometimes I'm like making each keyframe 2 or 3, because you're not always gonna animate every single frame. Maybe later on in the future when we get better at this, but not for now. Let's see. Probably make that one at the bottom. Oh, look at that. Now, this is the tricky part. When you get off the ground, you have to make it morph into some sort of spherical object again. It looks like clay right now. Play-Doh, or clay, yeah. So, stretch it. Give it that circular at the end, like some sort of boot. That looks like a boot, actually. And somewhat squish it. Skip like I would skip 2 frames, so it doesn't start up too fast. Put more floor at the bottom of the keyframe. 3. And then remember, it's going to start going out fast again, so start probably skipping 2 and then all the way back to 1. Now remember, you got to stretch it because it's starting to pick up speed again. So start going frame by frame, skipping some more space in between the objects and stretching it as much as you want. I gotta stop doing that, sorry. I'm using this tablet. Nope, that's too fat now. See? Stretching it. As you can tell, we have some sort of spunk now. Now, keep in mind, we can't go past where we started. So let's I'm gonna make a new layer just for reference around this side. we have that line. It should not go over this line. Alright? So we're getting really close to it. So you could start probably slowing it down, making it round, somewhat fatter again. Still though, just one keyframe at a time, because we want to give the people the illusion that it's still going pretty fast. Then, not all the way at the top, just a little bottom. You don't always have to have these lines of reference, but just for the video. So now that it's slowing down, I would probably make it between 2 or 3 frames. Don't move it as much, just like slow movements, but start pushing it down, because that's what gravity does. Now let's see what we have right now. Well, not the best animation, but you guys get the... Oh, it's actually pretty good. Alright. So once you start going down again, let's just make this 290. It's getting annoying. You can probably start doing frame by frame again. Don't skip any frames. Start going faster towards ground. Start stretching it and skipping the space between the balls. Not too much. That was exaggerated right there. Now, you can go as fast as you want towards ground because it's going down and gravity pulls you down, right? Now when it reaches the ground, we're going to do that same effect like clay. Just like smush it. Smoosh it, smush it, smoosh. Smush it. And remember, it does not have to look like a ball at all. Just to give it that effect. I think Disney uses it to give it some sort of... Now you see in the middle, we messed up. I went too fast. You could either fill in some drawings, or you can just stretch out the image. Like, skip to... we'll just skip 2 frames. There we go. Yeah, we'll have to go in and add some. Probably add a keyframe. Probably in between these two. Then go back one. Stretch it again, add a keyframe. Between these two. Right now we're just filling it in, so it's more congruent? Is that the word? Now as we reach the bottom, start pushing it up again. Probably skipping a frame or 2. Now I can already tell some of you guys are probably gonna, or some of the people that actually know how to animate are gonna just destroy me because I'm probably breaking so many rules. But then again, I've never taken a class in animation, so it's all good. We're all on the same page. What was that? That was a potato wedge. Just push it up. Just add one more keyframe. And just probably clear it out. Now let's see how that looks. Well, it's not exactly the best animation, but you guys get the point. You know, it's bouncing from one side of the screen to the next. So yeah, I'll just save it to the desktop. I said aw. Well, that was the first video, guys. If you guys have any comments or suggestions or critiques, you guys can just leave it in the comment section below. And yeah, you guys can just like, subscribe, or share the video with your friends, probably. All right, thanks. Good night.